channel Cubotics. Today we're going to be talking about the Lego clock, and this is a part of the online classes that we do. It comes in these kind of boxes. All the parts come in a box where the parent picks up a box every week, and along with that these books that we provide along with Lego education. The student does the whole build with one of our teachers online. After that, the experiment is explained to the student, and then next week when the parent comes to drop off this box, a new box is given. So I am going to be doing a build today with you guys. You can zoom in, have a look at my build, how I do the steps. It's really useful for the steps. For the student, they get an idea about how Lego education is done, how we use gears, how we use pulley, how all of this comes together. So we start with the build. After that, I'll show you the experiment and how we actually work on it. Okay? Hi, so we're starting with book B now of the clock, 7B. So open up your 7B and we're going to build the main mechanism first. Okay, so we're going to start with step 1. Take a beam, put it in the third one, count on the sixth hole, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put it in the sixth hole, another plug. And then take it into this side. And on the other side, leave 1 and 2. So 1, 2 and 3 up. Take the big one. Okay. Put it like this. Take the smaller one and put it like that, so you can see. Now lock it below. And lock it on the top. Okay. Now take one big axle, small axle, a 9 number beam, and a and take a 6 number axle. Now how do you know the size of the axle? Just put it on this and count the number of holes. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This covers 6 holes. So this is a 6 number axle. Now follow your step. Put the small spur gear into this. And on this side, next to this hole, put it in here. You can see. Next to this, here, put it on this and put the big gear on the opposite side. Now what you do is take a cover here, put it on the okay. Also put 2 grey locks here. And take the 9 number beam and place it. So it's something like this. One beam is on this side, one beam is on this side. The big gear is here, and on the big gear put the small grey color 8 teeth spur gear on this side. Okay, so you're done with 6 steps of the build. Okay, now while doing the 7th step, this is really important. Okay, so take one 7 number beam, put it in the third one, the long side of this, and one more. Now you can see this one already has it, but in case you need to remove it, now if you ever want to remove these ones, take an axle and push it from the other side. See, they come out. Okay, so do this. Put this also in the third one. This also in the third. So you got these two. Now the next step, guys, is very important, is how you put the pulley. Okay, so these are your pulleys here and here. Okay, you have to do this exactly as per the image given here. So I'm going to show you, and you have to do it exactly the same way, like this. See how it looks. This long side is vertical and they have to be exactly the same. Okay, so make sure you do that. In case you don't, it won't work. Okay, now what you do is, as per the photograph, you need an 8 number axle. So take your 8 number axle, put it on this, and take the grey connector and put it exactly like this. You can see it's matching the picture. You can see, and good. This picture and this is exactly the same. This is really important that you guys do it exactly like that. Now what do you do? Okay. Hold this straight and put one side through it with the grey connector on the vertical, and put the other side horizontal. And just check it out. Yeah, while pushing it, came out a little bit, so just push it out like this, so it comes out a little bit, and this is how it is. Okay, now where do you put this? So take this again back, put this below it such that the axle comes out near the big spur gear. You can see when I put it on from this side. Okay, so we can count the number of holes. 1, 2, 3 holes. So you can see from this black one, 1 and 2. You this one, 1 and 2. Put it from here, and here you can see it comes out next to the big spur gear. Why do we do that? So we can put this grey gear next to it, and now you can see that when we move this whole thing moves. Okay, now let's go to step number 8. Okay, so step number 8 is really important, so just follow along with me. Take a 5 number axle, check it with your book. Yeah, take a angular, a T-shaped beam. Take a 4 number axle and make a, so complete the T with this. You can see. You need 2 yellow connectors on either side. So put one on one side and one on the other side. So you get something like this. A 5 number down, a 4 number axle on top with the 2 yellow connector. Put your connector, grey connector down. Now this step is very important, guys, so do this very carefully. You need these 2 angular beams here, the black ones. Take this, put one like this. They have to be put exactly the same way, guys. Okay, you can see that they make is something like this, and they match each other on either side. Okay, and then put your 2 number axles inside them. One on this side, one on this side. This needs to be put facing upward. See, this is facing upward. A lot of students put it like this, it won't work. This way it won't work. Make sure when you do, put it upwards. Same thing on the other side. You can see. So it will be something like this. Okay. This is a very crucial step when you're doing this. Make sure you do this correctly. And now, where do we put this? So come back to your build. This part of your build. Take this and put it here. Facing upwards. It's right at the bottom next to this, because when this will control the oscillation of the beams, and this part actually is the most important part to make a clock. So make sure you guys put it correctly. Like I said, this is in the last part here, and this faces up. You can see. So it should look something like this when you are looking at your clock. Okay. Now very simply, where you put it out here, put a connector. And if you move it, you should be able to, if you move this gear, it should hit it sometimes, but it should also be able to move. See? Okay. Now keep this on the side. Let's take a big gear, let's take a connector, and let's take a 5 number axle. So I'm putting a 5 number axle here. Same way, I'm matching it to this image, and I am putting this inside it. Okay. So you can see in my 9 number step, my 1 and 2 is this. Now where do I put this one? Okay, this is again very important. So taking it here, you can see this part here. From here, this comes next to it. Where this is, it comes next to it. When you do this, this and this should be, this and this, I'll just show it to you again. This is where your big grey gear is. Put it next to it. And make sure these two touch. And how do you know? When you turn this, you'll get moved. Okay? So when you do that, the idea of gears is whenever you put a gear, make sure it touches another gear. You can see this big gear touches this small gear. This is connected via one axle. Now this is again connected to this. Here we have one gear that's pending. We'll see if later something will connect to this. Okay. And let's lock it up. So how do we lock it up? Just take a big beam from here. Put it in the first one. Before we do, I think we need to put a 3 number axle here. Yeah. This will help you. Lock it up. See? So all my gears are connected, and this is also looking good. Okay, now we can keep this on the side. We've done till step number 10. Okay, now let's go to step number 11. Take this up here. Count the number of holes and put this correctly. So this is here. You can see how I'm doing it, guys. Checking, rechecking, not doing anything in a hurry. I am making a mirror image of this same thing that we're doing here, so we can lock it up from this side. It's nothing else. Yep. Lock it on the top here and lock it on the bottom here. Exactly like we did for the first few steps. See? And I'm just going to check. Okay, this looks good. One, two black locks here. Okay, now we need to put this brown lock. And where do we put this? Leave one hole and put it here. And along with that, attach the angular beam. This angular beam will help us lock our clock. This we can start and stop our clock. When we make it, you will see how it works. Okay, now what do we do? Now that we've done that, let's go to step number 15. Step number 15 says this is a bigger, like you can see, if I put this, this is a bigger axle. It doesn't match this. Yeah, I need this 8 number axle. Okay, so connect this to your 8 number axle and find the lock. Lock and put her. And where do you put this? So hold it like this. Put a 9 number beam here, and this will go in from the other side. So if you want to see, you can see there's a black stud here. You can count from here. It's 1, 2 and 3. So you can see that this falls on it, and this will help us to lock it or no. It's right next to this angular beam. Okay, here it is. Once you do that, another lock here. A 4 number axle and another gear. See, now comes the part where these two have to get attached. So just take it. So when you're attaching it, you remember this gear, that is, remember I told you this has to be connected. This has to be connected to this. So just make sure when you put it, yeah, they're touching each other. You can take this a little low if you want to. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And yeah, that's it. You can see. So this gear then touches this gear, and we'll lock it up. Okay, so how do we lock it up? Let's use this. Connect this on the top to this here. So these two will lock. Yeah, now they are touching each other here. I've connected them. All my gears are touching each other. This gear is touching this. This gear is touching this. All my gears are touching. Yeah, you can see. If I turn it, my gears also turn. Now what do we need to do? We need to just follow along the steps. Put one more here. So we locked it on the top, and now let's lock it on the bottom. Same here. Locking it here. and that's it. We locked here. Let see, our top part is almost completed. We locked it at the bottom here, we locked it at the top. The gears are all connected. This can move, and this is like the pendulum. So this will control the actual pendulum that's going to move. Okay, now what is the last thing you do? That's quite simple. You take this big heavy block and you put 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing, you put 1 more here and 1 more here. So why are we doing this? So basically it creates a kind of hole where, you remember, this axle can go into this part. Okay, then what are we going to do? The last thing we're going to do is we're going to put this really cool thing. Now this will give us a readout, right? How a clock has a face. This is the face, and then we're going to put the little hands and all of this. So this is the face of this. You guys can see. Once you've done that, once you've done this, you can keep it on the side. Take a 3-number axle. Okay. Another tricky part is when you're doing this, when you're going to attach this to this axle. Okay, put your finger back here. See. What happens when you push, sometimes this axle will come out from here and you will not be able to. So put your finger here, put this like this, and then put this here. So now this is you can see this will go round and round. This will give out the time. Now obviously that we need to put it. Let's make the final thing, the pendulum for this. So that's quite easy. Take one 10 number. You can see I'm going to check it out. This is a 10 number. Take a connector. Attach another 10 number. And yes, put it inside. Take this too, put it inside this, and put it inside the bottom. What happens? This will control my oscillation. Just make sure it's properly put at the bottom. So this will control my oscillation, which will control my. This will control my oscillation, and it's just like the hand of the clock. Now once you're done with this wheel you need to put the wheel here, okay, to give it some weight and some balance, which is on step number 25. You can see this, and after this we're going to build the bottom part in the second class. So this video, you can see you need to build this whole thing and keep this ready. In the second part you're going to build the I'm going to show you how to build the base for this, and then we're going to do the connection, and then we are going to do the experimentation. So I hope you guys got it. I hope it is built correctly. You can test it out by seeing that your hand moves clearly, and when you do, all of this call moves. Okay, so we'll continue in the next video.